system and helping with a cleanse and the fat burning process. Peppermint helps with that sense of fullness, ginger with metabolism and fat burning, and then cinnamon for those blood sugar spikes. So a really beautiful blend, and it tastes delicious. And so here we touch on a little bit on ways to use it. So I traditionally use my oil in a bottle of water, put 2 drops a couple of times a day sometimes. And we know that hydration is key to both releasing weight and in terms of detoxing and hydration. It's fundamental. So 2 drops in your water that you can take along with you and drink during the day. Beadlets are great between meals to help curb cravings. And you can take 2, 3, 4 beadlets, which you can pop in your mouth. Or if you, for some odd reason, don't like the flavor, you can then just swallow them whole. And then the gum is delicious after meal, helps clean the teeth and also curb cravings for the next meal. The other way you can also use the metabolic blend is in a body lotion. Put 2 or 3 drops into your body lotion, and it gives you a beautiful, invigorating feel as you rub it onto your skin. Also helps with cellulite and detoxing. And then body brushing, which we know is so fantastic for lymph drainage. And Nix is going to fill us in because she's been following somebody who's just given her a lot of insight into the benefits of lymph drainage.
Yeah, thanks, Nix. Yeah, I think I'm realizing more and more in my patients and my practice and with the research I'm doing around health and wellness and recovering, particularly from chronic illnesses, how much of a part lymph is playing. And as I mentioned, the lymph is our waste of our cells and our waste of our system, but it doesn't have its own pump. So the arteries have the pump of the heart, the veins have the pump of the muscles. The lymph also relies on the muscles, but it's got even less sort of support. So it can become sluggish very quickly. And we have termini, which are points of collections of lymph glands, where we know where we often get swollen glands. Here under the arms is one under the sternum, and then in the groin areas. And those can often become quite congested and thickened, especially in us in women. Remembering that our skin is our biggest organ of our body, our largest organ, and it is very porous. It absorbs a lot. Now start to think back as to when you started using perfume body lotion, when you started using makeup, when you started using deodorant, perfume, all these different things that have different chemicals, synthetic fragrances. Women use a lot more than men. Men have very few of those products, and when they do use them, then sort of unscented and unfragranced. But a lot of that gets absorbed into our system and has to get shunted out through our lymph. And slowly our lymph becomes more and more sluggish, and we often feel more and more sluggish with it. And we often feel like we're bloated, we're puffy, we get those puffy bits under our arms here, which hang over our bras and our cozies. We just feel like nothing shifts. So we try and lose weight, and we try and do all these things. We try and exercise, and just nothing shifts, because it's all, if you can imagine, we become blocked, like a drain pipe might become blocked with hair in the sink, in the shower drain. And so it doesn't matter if you pour down drain cleaner or if you try and flush it out, until you actually take it out, or you like pump it and clear that drain, you're not going to get the flow through. And so that's really what we want to do, is we want to work on getting our lymph going. There's a wonderful woman that Nick's just referred to, her on Instagram, Doc Does Detox. We can put it in the chat, Doc Does Detox, and she really teaches lovely little like tutorials on how to pump, how to open up these areas. Now, we've got an even extra advantage to what she's saying, because if you actually use your MetaPower blend on this, again, you're using the lemon and all the oils, and the grapefruit are such powerful anti-gunkers, anti-stickers. They cleanse so much that it just helps to really open up these areas. So you put them on first, and then do some of the pumping and moving. It's not a hectic thing, it's very gentle. So you open those up first, and then you do your dry body brushing, and you start your dry body brushing from proximal, and then you do the distal. You don't want to go from distal first. First, you always want to unblock. So unblock from central, then unblock from here, and then unblock from distal. Not trying to flush it up and yet actually the drain is still blocked. So I just thought it's fascinating. I think it's something we need to become more aware of. And this is also why things like rebounding are very popular with losing weight, because the rebounding helps to access that muscle feedback, or the muscle contractions, which stimulates the lymph flow. And unfortunately, as middle-aged, not that I like to think of myself as middle-aged, I'm surely still in my 30s, early 30s, but we start to become more stagnant in terms of our lymph. How much we've put on our skin adds to our toxic load. And then, of course, we're not as active as we used to be. And when we are, we generally doing things like walking or yoga or Pilates, but those don't necessarily get the lymph going as much. So it's really important to use your MetaPower on these points, do the dry body brushing, and absolutely continue with the walking. You don't have to all start rebounding. It's just that that's why it's so effective. So I just wanted to share that with you, and then we will continue.
Can I just come in there for a minute? As Nikki, you're explaining such a beautiful point. On Friday, I had a massage, and as the lady who was massaging me said to me, I have no cellulite on my skin, on my thighs. And I said, there's no way, I do have cellulite. She said, no, you don't. And for me, it was because of the shed. In the past 2 years, I've started dry body brushing, and also including MetaPower. So just exactly to your point of just letting that body circulate and plugging the drain in our own bodies, I think that has helped my body so that I don't have cellulite. So I just wanted to share that because I've seen it and I almost couldn't believe it. And going back to my hotel, looking at my body on the mirror, I could actually see that I have less cellulite than what I thought I had.
Thank you, Didi. That's wonderful to hear. And yeah, these are our personal experiences. So it's always lovely to have this confirmed by the theory confirmed by personal experience. So thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Sally. I'm an integrative nutrition health coach and chef with training in food technology.